Now, friend number two. Let me start by saying that this was the first friend that I had that was like, people were like really in my face, like, girl, this girl was weird. Not like weird that they knew stuff about her, but they could like, not weird as in like, oh, we were once friends, she did this type of weird. Like, she was just, you just got odd vibes from her. And only thing I noticed about her was being weird was just like her style. Like, she was like, what's people that's not got there, but that like, she was like alternative, I guess you would say. Oh, it's not the alternative type of human being. There's nothing wrong with that. I was like, y'all, she is not weird. Like, she just likes to wear red large, like, stuff, chokers. I mean, that's just how she dressed. Then when I'm talking about the way she dressed, they were just talking about, I guess, her vibes, her energy was weird. Like I said, I did not notice. I didn't notice anything wrong with my friends. Like, literally, other people told me my friends are weird. So, like I said, we met in 3rd grade. We weren't like super, like, we wasn't like friends I was talking about. So, like I said, there was like many drama, not many, but like many, like minimal, small, stupid drama about what, I don't know. Don't ask. I really don't know what this was about. So we weren't like super, we didn't really become friends like talking about until 4th or 5th grade. So about like a year or two before like we even became friends. And what we did, I had an issue. Why do I have so many chargers for the same thing? Okay, fine, so long. So we're friends for long. But when we did become friends, she did do like, when we did become friends, she did some trifling stuff. Some stuff that I don't even want to admit to. And I don't want to admit it, and now I'm gonna go look for the. She did stuff that I don't want to admit to because y'all probably gonna look at me like, girl, like, why would you still be friends with somebody that did that to you? I wish I can answer that question myself. Like, I don't know. I would say friends with this type of people. With that type of person, I don't know. I could actually be not a good friend. Straight up. Like I said, remember you guys, we were like young, like little kids when some of the things are happening. So I'm learning what a prejudice is, even as a child. So like she would do like small stuff, like I don't know if she intentionally or like she moved like my pencil box to where it almost fell on the floor. And the only why it didn't fall on the floor is not because she didn't push it hard enough, and not because she tried to make it seem like, oh, well, I didn't really push it. I just almost pushed it. It's because I caught it. Because I caught my pencil box from falling on the floor. And you gotta remember, it's a pencil box made out of plastic. You drop it hard or you drop it after a certain amount of time, and then eventually it's gonna what, you guys? It's gonna break. So I caught it. And then I did it back to her. And hers fell all over the floor. And then I picked it up because she was like, ain't nobody told you to do that. Bitch, nobody told you to do that to my stuff. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how mama need to... The thing that she used to get whooped, like, I was a good kid. I didn't get whipped like she did, but she did. So yeah, she did that. And then one time, I don't know why she was mad, but like she spilled I was drinking chocolate milk, and when she pushed it up, so like it spilled all over me. I guess she felt bad, and she went to the restroom with me. Y'all like, man, why were you so friends with this girl? I can't recall. I can't recall. And then, like, to me, I'm a very sentimental person. And at the time, my mom was working at it wasn't an office job. At the job she had her own office. So I had one of my mom's pens. I don't know why I had it. I don't know if I had it because I just really liked it, or if I needed it for, I was doing homework in her office. I just put on my backpack, but whatever. I had my mom's pen. You know, at that age, you weren't even really allowed to use pens for stuff. So I'm like, I want a pen. I was like, oh, I want a pen. I want a pen. Hold on. Like, we were definitely one of those kids where, like, pens were, like, a big deal to us. So, like, somehow she gets a hold of this pen. And, like, I remember, like, for a few days, I was like, I lost someone's pen. I lost someone's pen. I see this girl with it. And I was like, oh, hey, that's my mom's pen. She was like, I don't know how I got this pen. I don't remember how I got this pen, but I don't think it's your mom's pen. I'm not sure how I got it. I don't remember. It's like, girl. What is wrong with you? You know, dang well, that's my mama's pen. Well, my pen. So, that irritated me about her. And then, like, I had these. Let me go show you. Can't find it. But I had these, like, glitter pens. You had to, like, take apart the pen and just write it, like, just with the, like, ink part. Like, like, don't do that. Like, she would, like, switch them out. Like, she would put, like, the blue ink in, like, the pink, pen tube. And it's like, why would you do that to somebody else's stuff? And then why would you do it knowing that that's gonna irritate me? So, like I said, friend number one went to school with us. So one time, we were in after school care. They call it like Zeta. I don't know what they call it. Started with a Z. It was mad weird. Don't remember. But we were there, and friend number two was getting picked up. So friend number one was like, hey, your mom's here. I get like she didn't see her mom. But you know, like I said, we were outside, like, you know, sometimes like we'd be playing or stuff like that. And so there's a good chance like she just didn't see her mom. But she told friend number one, my mom is not here. And then like 1 minute later, her mom is there. We're gonna come get her. And he was like, oh, okay. And then like friend number one came up here and told me, she was like, oh yeah, that was mean or rude. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. So then like we stopped talking for a minute. I don't remember why we stopped talking, but we did some drama with this friend named Kangaroo. We didn't want to be this girl's friend. She was weird. I don't think anybody was her friend. She did like some stuff. I don't know. But me and that girl, I got into it. I probably cursed her out. Yes, my mom was mad at me at the seventh or sixth or seventh grade. I cursed the girl out and did not care. I still don't care. And I was like, I'm so upset with you. I'm so ill with you, Madeline. I can't believe you cursed this girl out. Okay. So, whatever. Curse her out. Because I'm just not one of those people. Like, I guess when I'm upset with you or when you're wrong, I don't know how to respect you. And that's the issue with her. Like, she did so much BS. I lost all respect for her. So if I said so many things about her or to her, it was kind of just like, okay. I'm like, I'm not gonna say sorry. So I mean, I don't care. Like, you telling me your feelings or your emotions is gonna have me looking at you crazy and stupid. Like, okay, I heard you the first time. Like, who cares? Type of person. So let me just pick a random one. I'm kidding. I've seen it when I was picking. So we got into an argument. We stopped being friends. And she was one of those people, like, she'd be friends with just anybody. So, like, she went to start being friends with these girls that did not like us and did not like me. And she didn't like them. But because we weren't on talking terms, that is it. That's who she was to go sit with. Like, you know how lame of a human being have to be with to need friends that bad that you would go sit with somebody that was probably just talking about you last week, that you were probably talking about last week. Like, yeah. I sat alone. I didn't care. I need a friend that bad. I'm not having friends again for God knows why. Oh, this is Wet n Wild gel lip liner and plum together. So, oh, like come together. Okay, cute. So that happened. I was just like, whatever, friends again. And she was like, what, in middle school, she was, I guess she, in elementary school, she did guys' attention a lot. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So now, freshman year of high school, we aren't together in school anymore. We still text and like FaceTime and stuff, but I was the first one to have a guy experience. This guy is ex. I gotta give him a name. Al. I gotta remember that. So you guys are gonna get a story time about Al, first boyfriend, whatever. So that's when me and him started talking. And I don't know, like she wasn't aware about it because as high school progressed, I was the main one who had a more active dating life than she did. And when our dating life becomes a little bit more active, and we're all temples down. When we started dating, that's when not when me and her started dating. That's disgusting. But when we started dating, like people and stuff, whatever. So let me talk to this dude, and like I started talking to Al my first semester of freshman year of high school, and for some reason why she just didn't want to talk to me about this ugly dude she was dating because she probably didn't think he was ugly. Like, no offense to talk about somebody's child, but the dude was just, it was just like, okay, we get it. We all just was waiting for our first experience to date. We understand. This is yours. Do better. She didn't tell about him. I had to like beat it out of her. And I didn't even get to know this boy's name, like, or see his face. Like, y'all, I was nosy. I had to do my own personal research to find out this boy's name, to find his Twitter. In like our junior year of high school, when she was started talking to him our freshman year of high school, like, she's a weirdo, yeah. Maybe she was like, she was super insecure. And I didn't know how insecure she was, even though her first quote unquote boyfriend was. So they started talking. I didn't know much about them or their relationship or whatever, but I did know that he was a dog, just like Al was a dog. So we were going to do the same thing at the same time. So I didn't understand why she didn't. When they tell me, I'm just like, why don't you just tell me? So, like I said, now I need to fast forward all the way to my junior year. I guess in my junior year of high school, I had more like a glow up. So I just attracted a lot more boys. I don't want to seem like a whore, because I didn't do nothing with these dudes. They just had like my number or like Snapchat or something. It wasn't nothing serious. So like a lot of boys, they just talked to me. And of course, she was like my best friend, so she knew about them. But like I was saying, like, we drifted off a little bit. And like this some rocky stuff happened, so like, we didn't talk. But it happened on junior year was the main time where like I was not effing with this girl. Especially since that was also junior year is where you start. No, whatever. But that was also I was junior, right? Yeah, I was. So that's when me and her decided to go to homecoming, because we didn't go our first year of high school, I think, because, you know, social anxiety. We were introverts. We had no friends. Like, well, she had a friend, but she didn't like her friend. I don't know why. I liked her friend. I didn't talk to her friend, but she seemed cool. But she was being fake. She said, but I don't like her. But, you know, they still hung out and talked. I'm just like, over time, yeah, I did not like that girl, too. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Before this stuff went down with her, I was already planning on cutting her off. I was friends with this girl for almost like 10 years. And you know what? She was doing some stuff. She was just being widow and being herself. And I was like, okay, I'll probably go. So yeah, she knew about a few of the guys that I did talk to before. Cut her off. So what happened was, she was at my house. So again, I don't even know, when did COVID come to play? And you know what? Because what happened was, this is before we knew how dangerous COVID was. Before that started, y'all like, hold on, Melanie, you're 19, you're having your junior year. That's mean that's the first year of COVID. Correct, that was. But we weren't really going on spring break. So spring break was like the week before. Not the week before, but like the week of everything was happening. Like, so like the week before, like we heard like, oh, there's some virus going around, but you know, don't go out of the country. Go out the country, then you can't come back to school for like a whole week. That's all it was at that point. So yeah, she was at my house. we're talking, and like this random boy added us on Snapchat. So for your older people out there, it's like Facebook. That's it. Like, don't let nobody our age try to tell you that Snapchat is hard. Stop trying to make sense. It's literally just like Facebook. And it's about a username. You type it in, add them. You can chat with them, see their posts if they're public. So yeah, that's what happened. She added, but you add them back. Then even your private, they can see your things. So he added both of us. I don't know how he even got Snapchat, to be honest. I can't tell you that. He as us, he starts like talking to her. I don't know what they talking about. I don't think it's like nothing real. I mean, not nothing wrong. I don't think it's nothing serious. I think it's like trying to do something. Hey, what's up with you? Like, what's your name? You know, small stuff like that. But like, we did not see this guy's face, so like, show him, joke around with him, joke around with him. And he started like to text me. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna look so funny, girl, because like you know his face. I mean, you're not gonna actually like him because you don't know his face. And like, I'm definitely not gonna like him because like, it could be because like I said, I have more male experience than she did. So like, I wasn't like in a rush or in a jump with like talking to a guy. Like, I already had enough experience. Like, dudes are just not that big of a deal to me anymore. So I think it's like the next morning, right? I was like, hey, let's take a picture together, post on Snapchat, so he could see that me and you are together. She's like, okay, cool. We took the picture, right? I don't think that to change. He's seen it, but I don't think like he like said anything. But I think he just peeped that we were together. He was like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, the only thing I did that I recall that was telling the truth was I probably talking my real name. Which, don't really think that's a big deal. I'm just like, oh yeah, my name's Madeline. Like, y'all know my real name. But, oh, I guess my family is going to be here and just be like, yeah, that is so dangerous. Let me tell you how it's really not that dangerous. So, yeah, she was like, you told me your real name? I was like, yeah. I think she told him, like, a name that was similar to her real name or something. So, I mean, it's whatever. But, I mean, why does it matter? Like, I'm probably going to unadd him tomorrow. Something like, I'm not going to have to support any longer than today. And neither are you. Because, like I said, you guys, this was a stranger. This man's face we did not see. So, I mean, like, how can you catch feelings? Or how can you be interested in anything being face he didn't see? You would think somebody would be like, oh, you're right, Madeline. No. So, whatever. Moving along, I told her about this app called Yubo. It used to be called YOLO, but it's called Yubo now, I think. Or YOLO, I don't know. It's called Yubo. Yeah. Whatever. And yeah, oh my god, that was like near you. You know, it's whatever. She was on there swiping on everybody. She was like, so like you swipe right. That's like swiping. That's like basically saying, oh, I like this person, but you got so many friends on there, so don't think it's like an actual dating app, you guys. She was talking about everybody. Guys she wasn't even attracted to, guys she never said she liked. She was talking to every single human. Then I went there, like I think she was behind me, so I'm over here like typing left, right, left, right. Cause she sees me how like I'm not swiping just on any old body. Like, she kind of made a face, and she was like, "This is where I realized that she did not like me. It's because I have more male attention than she did." And I think I broke it up. I'm like, "Oh, you swiping on everybody?" She's like, "Yeah." Or something. They like she made like some stupid remark cause like, oh yeah, cause guys always try to talk to you. Or like, oh, cause you know you're so pretty. And I was like, yeah, and what about it? So yeah, it was like a little fake, like little shade. Like, she's telling the truth, but it was in a shady way. Oh, she's insecure. She doesn't think that she's pretty enough to just talk to guys that she's only attracted to. Understood. So yeah, let's call this dude Funky. So it's the next morning and she's texting Funky still. I was like, you still texting this dude? She was like, yeah. Or I don't know, the next morning. I think I noticed her on her phone a lot. But I don't know. But I remember texting her like a few days later, like a week later. And I'm just like, I know you're still not talking to da-da-da-da. Like, she was like, no, but you really know how she had like, you know how like your friends had to lie about something? Like, you know the answer. So, yeah. She was still talking to this man. Okay, but I feel like me being on an app that I was really just being nosy on versus her on her talking to like a complete stranger that she did not know how he looked. He was into her romantically and she was into him romantically, but you do not know how this man looks. We are like 15, 16 years old. Like, you have all the time in your life for a man to come. Why are you going for this one? This man was, wait, 19? I think he was 19, it was a junior. Or 19, about to be 20, and he's a senior. Like, girl, we either gonna graduate with him, he's like way older than us, or we're gonna graduate before him. And this is who you're attracted to. Really? Really? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now, before I start talking about me. I was a beauty pageant as a child. My mama told me I was pretty as a child. My mom wanted me to model as a baby. I did not grow up thinking I was ugly. I did. And I still admit it to this day. There's some pictures of me that I totally understand why. I didn't feel pretty, and I really don't care. But the thing is, I never nobody. That's the one thing I would say. The reason I would not be friends with somebody that's insecure is because the way they treat you, the things they do to you. That is why I'm not okay with being with somebody that does not like themselves. I don't trust them. I have 2 reasons to trust why. Okay, I'm not gonna be. My real boyfriend came into play. Well, my real boyfriend came into play. I think like a few months before we fell off. Why did we fall off though? Something happened. Okay, here's the thing. I literally just said, no, I'm not gonna say it. Because if I say it, listen to that. To me, he was like off and on. We were off and on, quote unquote. I just leave it there. So, I guess before me, because I was talking, me and him was just still like getting to know each other phase. Like, he wasn't my boyfriend yet. But, so we became friends again for whatever reason. But I'll tell you guys why we stopped becoming friends. We stopped becoming friends because, like I said, I was joking on her. I'm not from New York, but I'm using all those slang terms because I don't know the appropriate words that Texans use for that. I mean, you know, making fun of her, pretty much. Or I guess we would say B-wording her out, bitching her out about dating this dude. I straight up was. I'm like, first of all, he ugly. Second of all, you don't know him. Third of all, you in a Tascasita, he's in Houston. It's like, what, a 30-minute, 45-minute drive? Like, let me see. I don't know, but because like I wasn't living in the part of Houston that he was living in, so I can't tell you guys exactly how far away he was from her. But I mean, like, y'all kind of like long distance, pretty much. But the thing was, like I said, you guys, we did not have a good relationship. We didn't have good relationships in high school. So she was still talking to her first boyfriend. Tell me why this girl had them talk to each other, meet each other. She wasn't the brightest. When it came to like common sense and like street smarts, a rock. Book smart. Anything that had to do with life, out the window. So yeah, so she had to talk and meet each other. They were not happy about that. To me, that was weird. I'm like, why would you have to meet each other? Why would we have to know about each other? Now, it's different. Like, I think we're at our age now, the guy was just like, hey, you're talking to anybody else. I'm like, hey, yeah, I am. That's different. But no, she had to, like, I guess, exchange, like, Snapchats, you know, weird stuff. Like, whatever. And, yeah, I was making fun of her. I'm like, why? You did not know him. I know him. So, this is when, of course, me and I having relationships. After I was talking to my first boyfriend, I was talking to Al again. Why? Who knows? So, I tell Al about the weird stuff that she's doing. Y'all want to know the weird stuff she was doing? I go on Instagram. We had a shared Finsta account. No, like fake Instagram. I go on there. Fine. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I searched up her name or trying to find her or I was trying to find Funky's Instagram or whatever. But I searched it up and I come across a couple's page. Y'all, when I told you I was flabbergasted, like, she did not tell me they were dating. I just suspected it. But she would lie, like, no, we're not dating. No, I don't have a boyfriend. No, I'm talking to, let's call our first boyfriend, James. I said, no, I'm talking to James right now. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, talking to James? Bitch. Why did I got off her like, why didn't you tell me I had a boyfriend? Why didn't you tell me this? Da, da, da. I see how you had an Instagram page. You're like, no, we don't. What are you talking about? I'm blocked. She blocks me on her normal Instagram page. She blocks me from her boyfriend's Instagram page. I'm gonna say how insecure this girl is. And she blocked me from the couple's page. So I'm blocked on 3 Instagram accounts. And I don't know why. I don't know how I figured out that she was on this account. Because, like, she was just telling me stuff like, oh, I can see on here. She was lying. She was like, you're not blocked on his account. You're not blocked on his account. I was like, I'm looking at it right now. I'm just like, how are you looking at it right now? And we're about very young, so it's not like, oh, she could probably be at her boyfriend's house right now. Like, no, she was at home. She was at home. I'm like, okay, bet. And no way, she was taking so long to reply. So I would go text her boyfriend. Funky, I better go text Funky. I'm like, why'd your girl block me? I'm like, what's I Silver? I'm like, so what's wrong with Silver? Like, tell Silver to text me back. And she texted me. She was like, did you want to text my boyfriend? I'm like, yeah, I did. I did just text your boyfriend. Yeah, we stopped being friends. Because this is what you're gonna do over a dude? What? So, and then we became friends again, I think. So, I don't want to say something about personal business, but like, I want to make a disclaimer for this part right here. You're not one of my older cousins or like my younger cousins. My younger cousins were my peer cousins. And I mean older cousins, I mean the older cousins that know about my personal life, that know about my romantic life. Please skip that part. Just skip it like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Please skip it. And just move on. And that means my mom and my dad too. Like, do not watch that part. I mean, I didn't say anything explicit, but don't skip it. Go past it, please. That's it. Grew up. My dating life. Don't go too far in that. Do not go too far. You guys, don't take that to like a mile. Just like take that with a grain of salt. And I told her about it. She was like, oh yeah, I've done that already. And I was like, you did that before me. Like, why wouldn't you just tell me? And she was like, I was embarrassed. Like, I wanted you to do it first. So I just didn't want you to tell me you judged me. Like, she was so scared of judgment. I never judged this girl. Okay, I judged her for being with him, but I never judged her like off of I never judged her for random stuff. I'm kind of like, whatever. Told her about that, and then I told her, oh yeah, me and what I'm gonna call my ex-boyfriend, me and Sunshine, only because my current one has a little sun right there. Me and Sunshine actually dated. We were boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff. She was like, oh, for real? Yeah, like, yeah, whatever. And then like she tells me how her and now she's back with her first boyfriend. What did we name him? James. She's back with James now. So I was like, okay. And she was telling the thing about James was this boy would not respond to her. He would not. So he was like, he's not texting me back, but I know he's on his phone. It's like, I had Snapchat. Like, okay, no, I'm gonna go text her for you. She's like, yeah. So I asked, the thing was, it was so stupid. Like, let me tell you, this girl was not smart when it came to anything about life. This boy cannot be out the house at a certain time, I think. Or like, he couldn't be too far away from the house. The only place they could make it is at the park. And remember, y'all, we're not that old. Like, we were like 17, 16 when this was happening. Okay, 17 going on 18, I think. Junior year? Yeah, 17 going on 18. So we were like 17 going on to 18. And like, they were talking for like 2 to 3 years. I guess like the first time they were gonna actually hang out. And he was like, okay, the only place I can hang out was like at the park. I was like, okay. I go back to Crystal. Let me say, we've been on the FaceTime for like 30 minutes. Like, she's telling me the whole rundown. She's the one that's not making sense. So I'm like, why don't you go meet at the park? It's like, well, I don't want to go meet at the park. It's just a park. This boy plays football. He is about to graduate. Which one want to take out the chili? He said, girl, he is not your boo thing. I've been talking for 3 years. Like, I think going to the park and hanging out for the first time in 3 years is how far as you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. So I'm just like, okay, like, you're being dumb right now. I didn't tell her that. I'm like, okay, this is my I got irritated with her. I'm like, but y'all not hanging out. Y'all are not hanging out because you don't want to compromise. He can go to the park. You can go to the park. Whatever. So then, you know, my ex, Sunshine, when that big ass as well. So I finally gonna text Sunshine for me on Instagram. She texted him, and I was like, yeah, I was so messy. I was with another dude the day before I told her to go do this with Sunshine. It was, or the day of I was with Sunshine. Or the day of I was with Lysol, and I was upset about Sunshine. Yeah. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. So yeah, and I was like on pins and needles. I was, you know, partaking in some things. Mom and dad started to know exactly what the things are because it's y'all's fault for the way I am. So yeah, to calm down. And like my cousin, I said, no, send a message to me. I said, here's a screenshot of my cousin. My cousin's a great cousin. So she said to her, my cousin was like, yo, she cropped the picture. I'm like, what she mean she cropped it? She cropped the message. The girl cropped it. She cropped the Instagram DM because she was talking to my man. She was talking to Sunshine because she wanted him. Even though she called him ugly because he's not her type. Like, she likes dark-skinned and big boys. I like light-skinned and big boys. So, like, we didn't have the same type, so I can entertain him. But he was also a big hoe. He was the biggest whore on earth. So, he would take anything with a twat and some titties. Not to be rude, but that girl was not pretty. Now, she was gorgeous. She was stunning. I was like, the girl was gorgeous. She was stunning, so I understand it. But she wasn't. Like, you go from me. You go from me to her. Come on now. No. No. But he did. This is almost 2 hours long, and I really don't care. But he did. So, I don't know, though. I don't know. So, she came over to my house. We hung out. We talked. And then I went back on Instagram. I know that she was following Sunshine. So, I texted her. And I said, hey, you can unfollow Sunshine now. Y'all, it was like 2 or 3 days had passed since she been in my house. And listen, you guys, I felt I'm psychic. I am psychic, but you don't need to know why I know that. But I just had like this really deep feeling in my stomach. That one, like, I just felt so uneasy. I felt uneasy about our friendship. I'm just like, and I was like trying to avoid talk to her about Sunshine because I knew. Before I knew. So I texted her. I was like, hey, you can unfollow Sunshine now. We never spoke again. No text back. We never spoke again. She never, after I sent that text, she read it, and not a peep came out of her. Never heard another one of this girl before. Never seen her before. That's how our friendship ended. Because she entertained my then ex-boyfriend. But before that, the reason why I know she's a kid because we were in my side of town, so there was this girl I went to high school with. Gorgeous. I don't know her name because I know her name. I'll probably give y'all another hint who she is. So, we seen her like, oh, she is so pretty. Yeah, she was like, I wish I was that pretty. Or she was just like, I wish I was that confident or something. Something about the fact that she didn't like herself. Not like, oh, I wish I looked like Beyonce type of pretty. She was like, I just wish I was like that. I wish I was like her. I want to be her. And I was just like, and then I think like she tried to downplay how pretty the girl was too. So I'm kind of just look at her like, you don't like yourself and just say that. But yeah, you guys, that is for my extra long story time. I said it was supposed to be small story time, but I lied. It's actually 2 full story times. Yeah, so I guess, so yes. Okay, guys, it's me again. Please do not judge that my bed was not made. 9 times out of 10, my bedding was either in the washing machine and in the dryer, okay? And I did it in my meantime. Please don't judge. But thanks for tuning in. I haven't recorded for number 3. So I'm probably going to do that soon. But for number 2, there will be a podcast posted the same week that this video is posted. So look out for that. Guys, I guess you guys can stay tuned for Weird Friend number 3. Bye.